I'm going to put that away from people when I tell the number.
You worried Jamie's going to stab you or himself?
Either or.
Yeah.
Both. Once upon a time, there were some people, and then they did a podcast. Neon City Daily.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Neon City Daily Podcast.
Your eyes were dead, but you gave a surprisingly chipper
Your
intro.
eyes were dead, but your voice was alive.
I thought, oh no, this is going to be sad.
It was.
In its own way.
I'm Jamie.
I'm Nick.
I'm Josh.
I'm still Dave.
Okay. We're going to get straight into it because we need to reveal something. And this is a moment of great shame to me and my family.
Well, me and Jamie, this is a surprise because we don't know what this is.
Yeah, so for some reason, we've just finished some tabletop games and I decided, hey, let's roughly calculate how much we've all spent on the Warhammer hobby. Now, this includes
minigaming.
Yeah, minigaming in general. So like accessories, painting accessories, box games,
Basing material.
everything you need or don't need but have bought anyway for Warhammer.
Yep.
Now, you guys have estimated. Now, keep in mind this is very rough.
Yeah.
And we're
This is
dividing
also-
it by 3.
This is over
We're not dividing it by 3.
It's not divided by, it is between 3 people.
Yeah, it's between 3 people.
Oh, I mean, I spent $30 in there. That's about
4
Yeah,
people.
true.
4 people, yeah. Dave's invested.
That makes it better.
Now, I'd say this is probably more accurate than I originally thought it was going to be because we went through some history on our eBays and our
Does
Amazons
anyone
and
want to
stuff.
spend another $28.60 just to make it? Anyone
A
can
nice
find another
round number.
$28.60.
You know what? All of my inks cost at least $20. So
Does the measuring tapes cost?
They
No, I got my-
fucking do, don't they,
They
Josh?
do. They're $30 each.
wow,
No,
I got my measuring tape from Bunnings.
no, sorry. That's 12. I remember that because I remember
Yeah,
thinking that is the most reasonably priced thing the Games Workshop do.
Yeah, for Games Workshop, but I got mine from Bunnings for like $5. So
All right.
I got mine from my dad. He got his from Bunnings.
for like $5.
Okay, we get,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to get that next magic
No,
number.
that's no.
I think we're tapped out.
Tapped out.
Unless one of
We're
us gets
done.
online now and starts ordering things immediately.
It-
Nick
to be
did
honest,
get his phone out
Nick
as soon
did
as you
today.
It
said.
sounds like multiple things. I don't know if I can go that hard.
Okay, so lock in a rough guess. You guys both want to stick with 10,000?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going with 10,000.
All right. I can tell you that it's higher.
Right.
Wow.
I knew it. I rolled that dice.
Yeah, you did.
How much is it? Is it 15?
It's $15,808.40.
It's that 40 cents that really gets you.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
That's the 40 and
Wow.
40,000.
That's
Now, let's take it to a new level. How of all this stuff, of all these things that we bought, how many games have we played?
jeez.
Let's be real.
Okay, and then we divide this by that number
Yes.
Well, that
and see
by the
how much a
game's
game
number.
has cost us
Yeah,
to
by
play.
the game's
Games
number.
cost us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Nick and I played, let's just say 3 very
played
early on
3 very early
out of
games.
the tutorial games.
Yeah.
I played 2 games as the Tau,
So we're up to 5.
gave up on them. Then I think we've had at least 3 games with my Space Wolves.
Yeah, you and I have played one at your house.
Yeah.
You want to keep count, Dave?
So far I've got 6 for like the stuff I've done.
You got 6. We got
9
3.
in general.
We got 9 all up.
I'm thinking about in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
9. So
We've we
Nick and I have played Death Guard and Marines twice.
Yeah.
11.
So we're up to 11.
how many games have
I got to admit, we're doing better than I thought.
Then
played a
I know
couple-
that I brought my Knights for
Yes.
2
Yes,
games.
Yep.
2 games.
13?
So we're up to
War
13.
Cry twice. 3 times,
3 times.
including
3
that time.
times,
Nick.
including
16. Oh, it's under $1,000 a game now. Good work, lads.
And
Just
that was
to be
I
fair.
think that's about it.
That's
that's
6.
where we're sitting at.
So it's almost $1,000 a game because we're
Yeah.
at 15.8.
yeah. Yeah.
Now, let's,
$988 a game.
now let's also go a little bit deeper.
Oh no.
How much stuff have we bought that we haven't fielded yet?
Well, as I pointed out earlier,
How much is unused?
I have an entire Adeptus Sororitas army
Yeah.
that's in boxes.
I have a
still.
whole
So-
Chaos / Nurgle
Good.
army.
Good.
and Nighthaunt.
I have. Oh, I guess we also played one game of Age of Sigma.
Oh, my Nighthaunt have been used. Yes.
Oh, you did, yeah. So
Yeah.
you played.
No,
we brought the
did I
average
use
down,
the
thank goodness
Nighthaunt?
for that.
Yeah.
I don't remember using the
You didn't
Nighthaunt.
use it.
No.
You
What did I
used
use for Sigma?
Stormcast.
Yeah, but they've since gone the Nick. So
Yeah.
It's going to be down to like a paltry $900 a game or something.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
right?
Cheaper than I
That's-
thought.
Yeah.
So does Nick and Jamie, does the figure $15,808?
Sounds like it sucks, but also haha. Like,
I think the only win here is GW, but
oh yeah,
I
no,
was
they've certainly
Those-
won more than any of us.
Those sacks of shit have really worked out a great way to just like wring money from people.
Well, I mean, the thing is, though, for me, like the money going away sucks, but I have had a lot of fun with all the games we've tried.
oh,
Now, I
absolutely.
don't remember playing any of those games and coming away being like, ugh.
If we slow the
Second time
spending,
at Tau I did.
like, let's
In
round
my
up to
position.
16,000. Because let's face
Because
it,
that's
I
probably
miss some
fair.
Marines.
Yeah.
And, we divide that by how many games did we play? 16?
16.
16.
16. So,
It's
if you-
$1,000.
About $1,000
Yeah, but
a
if you
game.
double we're down to 500 a game in another 16 games time.
Provided
no
we
one's
don't
Considering
find
it
more
took
money.
us, what,
I was gonna
2
say,
years?
Depending on how much more shit we buy.
Oh,
yeah.
do I count my Lord of the Rings?
Yeah,
Didn't you add that before?
No.
Oh,
that's wargaming.
So we're over 16,000.
Yeah, we're over 16,000.
yeah.
Congratulations, boys. We've done it.
Oh god.
I'm not trying to remember how much my old...
How long has this been going on for now? Like, when did we start?
This is about
About a year.
About a year.
About a year.
Yeah.
Shit, I thought it was 2.
No.
No.
It happened when I got back from Melbourne.
Yeah.
Oh,
We started
been podcasting for a
40K.
while.
Yeah, I was going to say pretty much like just after we'd started Neon City Daily. So
let's divide that by 365 days.
How much a day do we pay?
how much a day?
That can't be right.
16,000.
16,000 divided by, is it 365?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, it was a leap year, so you could take.
So on average, we've spent $43.80 a day.
Nice.
What a subscription.
Nice.
You could feed so many starving fish with that.
I think they'd choke on the plastic.
I was going to say, how much plastic are they choking on now, though? Yeah. Like, I'm not going to lie. Because I feel like we've all done that thing where we've bought a bunch of ridiculous shit, but there's a whole lot of spaces within that where it's not like we need to buy another piece of ridiculous shit. So
Yeah.
It's instead of, not on top of,
yeah, that kind of
when
thing.
it comes to hobby spending.
And like Jamie
Admittedly,
mentioned previously.
I feel less shame because I've been blowing lots of money for years on hobbies.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is nothing new for you.
Yeah. I have a very love-hate relationship with money. I'll be like serious talk. I provide for my family. Yes, I've started saving. I guess people want to do that nowadays.
Started. You just started?
I started a while ago.
Good.
Yeah. But my outlook on money in general, and I know we're having a laugh of it, but in seriousness, my outlook on money is kids are my priority. Keep the roof over their heads, feed them, good education, not want for much. They've got to learn the value of a dollar, but other than
Not
that,
from watching you.
we just worked out the value of a dollar.
Yeah.
It's about one piece of plastic.
Yeah,
Spend it all.
$43 a day. That's what I'm hearing.
$1,000 a game.
Yeah.
But the fascinating thing is to me, I not long ago calculated how much I'd spent on PC Case Gear, which is a website for a store in Melbourne with PC Case Gear. And not including MSY, another store, but they open locally. I've spent more on Warhammer in a year.
Yeah.
Well, no, sorry, it's hard. This is collective.
Yeah.
But let's say that over a third of that figure is mine on Warhammer. I think we can all agree on
I
that.
think so.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You'll
Like-
hear no one argue with you, Josh.
From what, 15 years of buying computers, I'll overtake that 15-year figure on computers in another year.
Wow. So interesting that
Not that I want to maintain my spending
I
habits
was
on
going to
Warhammer.
say, like, what are you? Yeah.
we have to admit though you show no signs of stopping.
Yeah.
I mean, you just bought Curse City.
Yes.
and you've got
At
Blackstone
scalper
Fortress.
prices.
Yeah, you've got Blackstone Fortress, which we haven't played yet.
No, but I'm looking forward to it.
It looks fun. Yeah.
Yeah, but like you clearly don't go like, well, I've got this to look forward to. I'll do this first.
I'm enjoying the collecting aspect of the hobby.
You certainly
we should
are.
find a cheaper thing to collect.
Stamps.
Money.
Money.
Money's expensive. You kidding me?
Yeah, I was going to say, I trade hours
Basically
of
dollar
life
for
for
dollar.
money.
No,
Yeah.
I think I'm done.
You reckon?
Honestly, it was so the last army I bought was a complete army off our friend Brody, and that was because it was a bargain.
Yeah.
You know, did I need
Yeah,
it?
was,
No.
yeah.
Do I have an army in Age of Sigmar? No. So that
You do. You have.
I don't have an army
How much?
because I can't take my Chaos Marines from 40k.
What about your Nighthorn?
They're not an army. They're like 500 points,
Oh.
or about 1,000 in Warcry. So I've got a Warband, I've got a Sigmar army, I've got a Warhammer army, I've got a Blood Bowl team, and 2 box games once the other one comes. I think that's a good round. And Lord of the Rings, 3 box games.
What? Well, see, I like.
You've also
I
got
was,
a Blood Bowl team.
Yeah, I counted that.
Like that's the thing that I was discussing before. That was like, I am glad that I picked up Blood Bowl because it is. Oh, look, I've got a team, and you're done.
Yeah.
Unless like there's like star players and big guys and stuff that they put out, but you don't need anything else.
It's all superfluous. It's,
all-
like
yeah,
pitches and
like if you give a shit,
you're going to change the
get
pitch
that
and
too.
stuff like that.
And so I feel pretty confident that with Blood Bowl, the money that I've spent is all the money that I'm spending.
Yeah.
So that's good. And then that's a game that obviously because it's all based on dice rolls and bullshit, like it's
Dave, you've got to remember how many times we've said, and I'll spend all the money I'm spending.
you got to keep it going. But yeah, so Blood Bowl for me is like that was the draw of that game. That's why I didn't mind picking up like the Warcry squad
Warband.
whatever warband that I grabbed because I'm like, well, that's it.
Yeah.
I don't have to bother. Realistically, the money
terrain
suck
that
for
I
me.
bought, I didn't add that on, but anyway.
the money suck for me is realistically is like
Dice.
just mainline 40k. No, it's just this.
Yeah.
Because I go, oh, that's cool, and I do stuff like start.
If GW's priority was not just to print money,
yeah,
they would advertise heavily, I think, that people should start with these self-contained games.
If GW weren't
because
out
that's
to
the
just
best
print
way.
money,
Yeah.
they would not only would they go like, their prices would be 10% of what they are on everything. But yeah, they would also be like, these are good. These skirmish
This is
games
where to
are
start.
what you want to play.
Because the learning curve 12 months later for 40k was still, let's face it, we're still learning.
Yeah.
We're nowhere near
16 games is nowhere near enough.
we're nowhere near
That's
being
not a 40K.
independent of
Yeah.
the books and referencing
No,
things.
no.
I mean, some of our favourite YouTubers who do battle reports, they still reference books.
Yeah,
These
yeah,
guys
yeah.
have
Oh,
been
yeah.
playing for 20, 30 years. Like, it's
Yeah.
just insane.
Yep.
Well, that's the thing. Like I have it in my head. Like, whereas I can look at Warhammer 40k and I can go, these are the rules. But then it's because there's so many units and there's so many
Yeah.
stats and there's so many abilities that then like I can't remember all of even my
And
own
then you
army
do,
stuff.
and they change it.
And then they change
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Well, and so it just has that kind of complexity to it where because there is so much stuff, it's so hard to actually learn
Yeah.
Oh,
everything
absolutely.
in it. So,
It's just looking at that car out there going, I've spent way too much money in the last 12 months.
I can see, so I look out the window, I see 2 cars, then I turn the other way and see a very large monitor.
Was
I'm
the large
aware that
monitor-
a large graphics card exists
How
in the wall
much?
behind that.
How much was that monitor?
3?
Oh, it might have been slightly less than that. It might have been 2.5.
2.5?
How have you spent more on Warhammer almost than computers? Because you buy like top.
Well,
of the
to be
line
honest,
stuff every
yeah.
time.
Well, see, I haven't been. I've actually kind of failed upwards, much like Scott Morrison,
wow, yeah,
yeah, nice.
in that I was looking at my history, like I said when I was adding it up,
yeah.
which I do around this time of year anyway, because I got to figure out for tax
Yeah.
because I work from home. Every single year, a lot of it's been tax write off,
Right.
certain percentage. This year especially, I've worked a lot from home.
Yeah.
But it has ramped up dramatically, and it kind of correlates to my income. Which is good. I'm not spending
not a
money I
bad-
don't have.
Yeah. You're not putting yourself in debt.
You weren't buying 8800 Ultras back in the day. You bought an 8800 GT, which was the sensible choice.
exactly. And that was the end of the sensible phase. But no, I mean, in answer to your question, it did start with a lot of it was very much a hobby. It wasn't I've got to get the best, Then
it became an obsession.
The start of the obsession was back when Crossfire and SLI was a thing.
Oh, jeez.
I remember how much trouble you had.
Yeah,
so do I.
I had two. Can't remember what they were. The 580s. Is that an old AMD card? ATI card?
You had 6850s?
Yeah, and because I wanted
memory for 3D cards.
Yeah, I firmware flashed them
Yeah.
to 5870s or whatever you could do with those. Something around that generation you could flash, and it would unlock some cores and stuff like that. Bricked both of them.
Before you buy us, obviously.
Sent them off to PCK Gear.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know what happened. They just didn't work.
Basically said, don't know.
Oh, shit.
They sent them off to Asus or because it was a third-party card, whatever.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, yeah, weird, can't fix it. There's no evidence that you've tried to flash the BIOS that they can see.
Apart from this podcast now.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is.
So I think the statute of limitations on whatever that crime was is expired.
Online.
You've also spent a lot of money with PCK Ski.
But they credited my account for the original cost.
Jeez. Yeah, okay.
And with that, by the time they did that and that was all sorted, the new flagship NVIDIA card had come out. So for the price of two of those ATI cards, I was able to buy the flagship. And once you own one flagship, you get a taste for it, for starters.
Oh, jeez.
And the resale value is fairly high, depending on when you sell.
Yeah.
So you're in that game. As long as you sell and buy at the right time, it is a lot easier to up. Like I said, I failed the BIOS. I failed upwards. Yeah. Ever since then, I've kind of been, on the cutting edge of graphics cards. The 3090 that I've got now, if anyone, I'm sure some listeners are PC gamers and they know graphics cards.
Someone's probably mad that you've gotten one and they're still waiting for this.
That was the thing. So I pre-ordered the 3080, which was, because the 3090 was touted as like the Titan replacement.
Yeah,
and I didn't need that. But then the 3080 kept getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. Like I had a pre-order with PC case gear and, coronavirus and all the silicon shortages and
your
stuff.
massive monitor had arrived.
Yeah, so what happened
that
there,
was
though?
the thing, wasn't it?
So what happened there is the 3080 was going to be enough to drive that.
Yeah.
But the 3080 kept getting pushed back. Then the 3090 got released.
Yeah.
And I guess being a higher price, it was a higher threshold for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So there was actually some in stock. So I cancelled my 3080 pre-order.
Yeah.
Bought a 3090 outright.
How much was that? Like just straight out right?
Don't know. Again, in the twos.
Yeah, okay.
High twos.
Yeah.
Then for some reason, I like this monitor, the super ultra wide. Everyone knows about it. It's been referenced many times. But I went to JB Hi-Fi and got a 27-inch 1440p G-Sync.
That was when you had your 2080 Ti still, because
It was struggling to drive this at full resolution, full settings and something.
Ultra-wide wasn't quite...
Right.
Yeah.
Because that's not enough.
So then the 3090 came along and I sold that monitor, made $5. Anyway.
Failing upwards.
Failing upwards.
Consistently failing.
So that, in answer to your question, I feel like some early wise investments and a bad BIOS attempt has kind of kept me in it. Like my CPU is three generations old now.
Yeah.
And is, like the numbers are getting smaller every time there's an upgrade. The performance increases.
Oh, yeah,
Particularly slowing.
Well, and on the Intel side it was.
Yeah.
particularly, whereas AMD have actually
AMD,
caught up.
yeah.
They're doing quite well now.
So I don't have, and this honestly has been a big challenge for me. Instead of looking at it going, I don't have the latest and greatest, I've looked at it and gone, what does it yield me?
Yeah.
And because I play games primarily, I worked out with Dave, it was like 6 FPS
Yeah.
for $1,600, $1,700.
Yeah. And you also got to consider that you primarily play League of Legends. Which
That's
doesn't-
actually what
true, yeah.
That's actually what I was thinking. Where realistically,
The Super Ultra Wide does help with that. I can see multiple lanes in a MOBA.
Where is the map on the Super Wide?
Oh, yeah. So if I don't play with Dave, if I don't play with Dave, and this happens in a lot of games, I don't even look at the map anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Like Sam, my brother, kind of was very impressed when he started playing again at my map awareness. I would tell him when enemies were coming to his lane or something like that. And he's like, "How do you multifunctional?" It's just I've been playing it for ages. Now it's too far away. Like, to physically turn your head, it's like, no, I have to play with Dave because he's my map man.
You need a fucking rear view mirror.
I could always down the resolution.
There's a shot somewhere on the internet of people who've basically got their map blown up on a whole other second monitor. So they
Wow.
Damn.
There's got to be like some kind of just mod you can do that will just move the GUI like just
That would be handy.
across. You know.
The only one that does move the GUI, no, I think it just scales it. And even on higher size, it doesn't.
Right.
It's not useful. I mean, it's useful if you use it, but not for me.
You could actually split your monitor up and play on half of it. But I know you're not going to do that.
What a waste.
not going to do that.
What a waste.
Realistically, anytime you do that's when you're going to watch porn on the other half. So
Like
But then you can just put windows on either side.
He's also got a TV above his.
porn on that.
Why are we talking about my purchases only?
Because your purchases are the most.
Nick bought a house this year.
What a dickhead!
Talk about bad investments.
terrible.
Oh yeah, because the caravan was doing so well for him.
People have lived on less,
To be
Nick.
fair,
They
I
have.
did buy a graphics card.
Yeah, you bought a
This was
2080 Ti.
off Josh.
I am going to.
I think you've all benefited from my quick turnover of computer parts.
previously, yeah.
I don't know if I have.
Well, you're a bottom tier friend.
I guess I am. What's going on?
I am actually sitting there at the moment. Like the games that I've been playing lately, I have sat there and kind of gone like, do I need a graphics card upgrade? Because I upgraded everything.
Out of all of
else
us, you
last
have the
year.
most actual legitimate reason.
So like I said, upgraded everything else last year.
Well, that graphics card that you got was a donation from me.
Yeah, that was one of your cast me off.
Oh, that's
so.
right. We nearly killed your CPU.
Yeah. Yeah.
We bent the pins on it.
Yeah,
I say we, but it was me.
It was, yeah.
You and I fixed
I
it.
was racking my brain like, when did I
Yeah, and then I remember Dave sitting there like just trying to fix it, and I'm just walking around going, I'm just not looking. I'm not looking.
Yeah.
I don't wanna.
Dave was fixing it. I was researching how much it was going to cost me to replace it.
And they didn't have any of that one left. So
No,
you're going to have to buy the next one up.
And Nick was just like, not looking.
No, I'm just
No,
along with
it's still going strong.
Yeah, no.
And
great.
it appears to like it knows all your memories there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
to
there was no issues.
Yeah,
I
no,
was actually
it's-
quite impressed with that Ryzen.
We got it straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But nice.
I'm actually going to upgrade my PC the next probably few days.
Do you know what CPU you run at the moment?
It's just like an i7 or something like that.
Yeah.
It's just Intel. But I've just gone like, this computer's kind of been a bit squiffy. Fuck it. Tax time's up. Like, it's a good time to do it because I'll see the return real quick. And it is just mostly for work.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Did we even get a tax bill for our business, just as an aside?
Did we submit a tax return last year? No.
Anyway,
no, we
let's not
didn't.
talk about it. We'll edit it out.
hey.
ATO, if you're listening, don't worry.
Anyone played video games?
Yes.
I have actually.
Whoa! Holy shit!
I was going to tie back the whole Warhammer spending
more
back
than
and
16
blame
games.
Marta.
Yeah, well, it was Marta's fault.
It was Marta's
It was
fault.
Marta's fault. It was your fault.
Well,
Your fault.
you guys didn't have to follow me into the store.
I didn't.
Well, I brought it to you.
Yeah.
I was going to say, Jamie had it forced upon him at one point. So,
But yeah, Marta, I've been playing Marta this week.
oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Still really loving that game.
Yeah, I actually had a couple runs on that this week myself.
Yeah.
'cause I just felt it.
Yeah.
Just wanted to hit it.
That and Mass Effect Legendary Edition.
Oh yeah, I saw you logging in and out of that. the other
Yeah.
night.
Like, it's at the point now, and I don't know if you fellow fathers have this problem, but Eli's at the age, and I remember being that kid.
Yeah.
And wondering now, how annoyed was my dad? Because I would constantly be like, can I go on your computer? Can I go on your computer? Can I go on your computer?
Yeah.
And now that's finally happening. And Yet for years I've tried to get Eli interested in the computer, and now he's interested in the
don't want
computer.
him interested.
I don't want him on my
It's
computer.
frustrating as shit, isn't it?
Yeah. So playing a lot of Rocket League with him,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which honestly is brilliant, wholesome fun.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a great game.
High skill level ceiling. You know,
Oh, yeah,
like
it's-
some of the guys in there are just fantastic
It's
at
an
it.
anyone can play, but like not many can master kind of game.
You know, there's only predetermined chat functions,
Yeah.
which is good.
You can still type into it.
Oh, can you?
Oh yeah, you can
no
call
one
someone
has.
a poo pee.
Is it cross platform?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Anyway, I haven't come across any toxicity, and it's been great.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, some League of Legends and stuff like that. But the Mass
Speaking
Effect
of
Legendary,
toxicity.
yeah, that's right. Mass Effect Legendary Edition, booted up, started from the beginning. Mass Effect 1, skipped most of the dialogue because it all came flooding back.
Yeah,
it takes
you knew
forever.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, is what it is. Good job, I guess, in making it look slightly better.
Yeah.
It's
Are you having the issue where you go to play and you're like, I've done this before?
no. I tell you what, the weird thing for me is, you know, because I think I mentioned before, Mass Effect series is some of my favorite games ever.
Yeah.
And when you, particularly with older games, as an adult, you go back and play stuff from your childhood,
Yeah.
and in your head, it always looks better.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The beauty of something like this is it's old enough for me. Like Mass Effect 1 was looking dated if
Yeah.
you went back to it now.
Oh, yeah.
But because I'm playing the Legendary Edition, it looks like it does in my head
Oh, you remember?
as a memory.
That's interesting because Mass Effect 1 always looks jank in my memory.
Yeah,
So it still looks jank?
it still looks jank,
Wow.
but it runs at 120 FPS jank.
I played it initially on an Xbox 360. So it's,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's good jank.
Yeah, that's mine.
Yeah.
And then Mass Effect 2 came out and I bought that on the PC and I went like, oh, they'll let you pick your decisions so it's fine. There won't
Yeah.
be any problem with it. And it let you pick some decisions except important ones. Like,
Yeah.
is Rex
Is
alive?
Rex alive,
And I'm
yeah.
like, you fucking... So I went and I actually bought the game
Yeah,
on PC.
On
It was on sale at
yeah.
the time, so I was like, fine. And I just powered through that game. Like,
Wow,
I was done like
yeah.
a day and a half. I'm like, right, time to play number 2.
I actually remember you doing that because I just kept going on the 360.
Yeah, yeah,
and so
yeah.
I just grabbed the like, because I remember getting like the pre-order for like the steel tin and the blow up Omni tool blade
Blow up
and all that
doll,
kind of
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
And I still remember like getting home from work that day, chucking it in, going, sweet, I'm going to play it, going to talk to you that night
Yeah.
about it
Yeah.
because I knew that you had it down pre-ordered too.
I'd be playing one.
But then as soon as I said, you're like, don't tell me. I've got to get through one. And just,
It was a quick turnaround, though.
it was. You managed to nail it pretty well there.
Because like
so.
Mass Effect 1 wasn't hard. Once you realize that, like,
once you realise how
you
everything
don't
worked.
explore anything. Just,
No,
go.
just go.
Like, once you know what points to go to, like,
yeah.
And we played one a lot.
we did.
Like
yeah.
both of us did,
Yeah.
I know, just sat there playing
I think
one a
2's
lot.
the pinnacle for me.
Yes.
3
I-
was good,
Yeah, I'll give
I-
you that.
but I'd
I
go
agree.
2, 1, 3
I agree.
personally.
Yeah, I was much more a fan of
And that's
2.
not to say that 3 was crap. It's just that 1 held a special place in my heart because
It brought it there. It
it
brought
was
in
the
that
introduction.
franchise,
It was, to my mind, really good sci-fi
Yeah.
Yeah.
as well.
Here was my problem with the way that it all kind of played out. In number 1, you hear about the Reapers or whatever, and it's like these big guys, and they're asleep. Then they come out,
Universe
and they
destroying.
They destroy the universe,
Yeah.
and then they piss off for a while. You're like, how the hell are you going to beat those? And then you do number 2, and you're doing this suicide thing, and then you go and you fight one like hand to hand combat,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's like this is not what I expected.
Yeah.
Like they're going, well, they take all of the people and they grind them up and then they make them into a giant skeleton and then you fight that.
Then you fight
and
that,
then
yeah.
that will drive the Locust ship. And then in the third game, they're just big guys who rock down the planet and everyone has sufficient guns to fight them.
Yeah, like they're
how did
just
these
like
fuckers wipe
well,
out universe?
That's the thing.
But they
like
never fought humanity at the point that we were when they came around this rotation.
Well, that's the thing though. Like when they showed up at the end of the first game, it's just giant squid ship,
yeah.
and it took everything that you had done plus everything on the Citadel
yeah.
to take it out. And that was like 1, and it fucked the Citadel up
Yeah.
like real hard.
I had the same
So-
issue,
Yeah.
but I looked at it like if they come around every millennia or whatever, and they do like a clean wipe of the hard drives that is the universe, but they leave a few people to repopulate. I just go, oh, well, maybe this rotation were a lot more advanced because humanity had the big jump in technology because of the...
It was the first time that humans...
Prothean technology.
Yeah, well, the Protheans and... Well, that's the thing, like, all of it was totally different the last time they came around. Like, everything.
But at the same time, like...
Yeah, Dave has no idea.
The races that were wiped out before had the technology to create, like, Mass Effect drives.
Yeah.
That allowed... That people couldn't fucking wrap their minds around, and they still got eaten by these cockroaches. And it's like, I get it.
Well, because
you've written yourself into a corner.
Yeah.
I just don't
It's
buy
the same way the Night King died in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I don't buy that either.
Someone left a Starbucks cup near him? I don't know.
Yeah, someone chucked their
Close
hot
enough.
coffee at him.
Yeah, someone threw coffee at him. He was like,
It's a grande,
It's like,
motherfucker.
build this enemy up. Build this enemy up for years or whatever, and then just
Well, because that was
dies
the
to a
thing
stupid little girl with a knife.
3 was that it was basically like a war
Yeah.
scenario, and it's like, well, the way you kind of talked about these guys before, there is no war to have.
Yeah, you don't
like,
win.
We're fucked.
Like,
It's similar to Halo 2.
Because
was Halo 2 when the Reach or whatever they were was starting to come to Earth?
The Reach.
Not the Reach.
And what
the
are we looking at?
The
Flood?
Covenant. The Covenant. Yeah.
Was that at the start of 2?
Yeah.
I was just drawing parallels.
Well, because like at
Mass
least
Effect 1, you
the
discover the enemy,
difference-
same as Halo.
Well, the difference with Halo 2, though, was that, like, even in the fiction before that, it was like a thing where
there was still a war.
Yeah, like humans could win the ground wars, but they had a hard time in space.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And then, like, the way that it kind of worked was that the storyline of Halo was effectively humanity researching and engineering things to kind of try and keep up with this thing that had come in. But the thing that helped that along and made it a bit more plausible was that the Covenant was like a very big religious sect where they sat there and they went, we've got this technology. You can't mess with this technology. This is our ancient technology that we've found. So they didn't move forward and evolve at all, whereas the humans that were fighting them were like, no, we've got to
So
figure it out.
so the Halo ring isn't made by the Covenant.
No, that was a really old Forerunner thing, like a really old, because that's the whole deal with Halo.
Made
It's
to
like
wipe out the flood.
The flood, like, they're like the Tyranids in fucking 40K. They just
Or are they like the things in Mass Effect?
No,
Geth?
because the
Or not Geth,
Tyranids, the floods show up, eat everything,
They consume biomass.
then send themselves off to another planet.
Yeah.
And those rings were made by the Forerunners to just go boop and just wipe out all the biomass in like a universe. And then they had like a gene pool bank that would then go and just repopulate things on that.
So they'd beat them to it, basically.
Well, that was it.
They go, you're coming for the biomass, so
yeah.
we're going to wipe it out
Yeah,
before
so
you get here.
they wiped out all the biomass and then chucked a bunch of gene seeds out that would then keep life going on those planets.
okay.
And when the Covenant came to Earth, if I recall, they didn't know that Earth was going to be Earth.
No, they didn't know.
So it was just
Earth
like a
first.
small contingent of guys which gave the people of the planet Earth the chance to actually fight back and go like, thank fuck they didn't realize that this was just our home base.
Was there a Halo 6?
No,
It's Infinity. It's coming.
Right, okay.
Halo Infinity is on the way next year. It's like weirdly open world, and I don't like it.
Master Chief will never sleep.
Because 5 was good?
5 was good. 4 was bad.
Right.
5 did this weird thing where it went back to really good gameplay and a lot of nostalgia kicks, but they also had portions of game about a character no one gives a shit about and shouldn't exist.
I was just excited that Cortana was in Windows.
Yeah, but Cortana goes crazy after 7 years, so I don't think that's a great precedent to set.
I mean, Windows 10 is pretty bad sometimes. It could
How
just
many
be.
years has it been?
How many years has it been? But no,
6, actually.
Well, they're about to announce
we're
the new
waiting
one.
for it
Yeah,
to fucking
Windows 11 is coming.
I thought they were never going to do a new one. That's why they skipped
No,
over
they
9.
say tune in to see the next evolution of Windows. It doesn't necessarily mean it's Windows 11.
Which it's going to go for 11 minutes, and they announced it with other things referencing 11.
Oh, son of a
I mean, that
bitch.
could be just bullshit.
As someone that maintains Windows systems, that annoys me because everyone has geared themselves towards Windows 10 as software as a service.
Yeah.
Anyway.
but no, yes, Mass Effect. I'm glad the redo of it works.
Unless
So-
I'm wrong, didn't they have like they rewrote the last game because the script got leaked or something like that?
Infinity or 5?
Mass
What are we
Effect.
talking about? Mass Effect 3.
Oh, Mass Effect. Sorry.
Too many
Getting my
game
Halos
franchises.
Oh, yeah.
and my Mass Effects.
I swear that there
Are we
was a
talking
thing.
like, you just talking Mass Effect 3 or whatever the next one is that's
Mass
coming
Effect
out?
3.
Oh, I don't even know, man.
It was a while ago.
And isn't there the
clue.
one that dare not speak its name?
Andromeda.
Well,
that's
3,
the one.
yeah. Oh,
I liked it.
fuck, it wasn't good.
It was more of the same to me.
Wait, what are you talking about?
It was
Andromeda.
Oh,
way more broken, though.
I mean, it was.
did you finish it?
Buggy. No, I only did the 10 hours.
Yeah, so it wasn't
You
worth
got
actually
free.
buying.
It wasn't worth buying.
The Origin, like, play the first 10 hours free.
Oh,
I think that
jeez.
yeah, if you've got like a big,
to its credit, I didn't finish it in 10 hours.
if you've got a big narrative open world game and you go like it's only worth the free portion I get, it's probably not great.
I will admit too, my thing with Andromeda is also the fact that I didn't give a fuck about anyone in it.
No, they look shit.
And
know what
I
Andromeda
hated their
is?
designs, and I hated their voices, and I hated their scripts. And
Outriders is a better Andromeda with a
It is.
similar story.
yeah, it's fairly similar.
Yeah.
It's like
Just exploring
we'll
a
go
new
and
galaxy.
explore and
The motivation might be different, but
Yeah, but that's really
Outriders
shit.
just does it better.
Yeah.
Yeah, Outriders knows what it wants to be.
Did you guys play more of that once it actually got fixed?
Yeah, well, we haven't been able to play that much because
Yeah.
Nick's internet situation still isn't great, so
yeah,
he
yeah.
can't update the game.
Yeah. Oh. Oh.
We still haven't talked about.
We just need to let Nick
right,
explain
all right.
I
briefly.
just remembered that I was going to tell you guys the saga.
Oh, the
why
MBN
I
saga
still don't
continues.
have
Part
internet.
45.
Yeah. So, okay, we have now, looking after us in our account, a specific guy
Oh, they've given you a special
from the
person.
concierge team.
Telstra's
still-
concierge or NBN?
Yeah, Telstra.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's got a
So-
suitcase. Great.
And what has happened was we then went through the entire I basically what I did here and explained everything again to this guy like maybe a week and a half ago, and we sent off everything and done all this kind of. So we get to a point where he's like, okay, shit, this is actually specifically my problem now.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to try and do something. It's like, okay, cool. And so he calls back the next day. He says, all right, I've got a guy coming on Friday to put your shit in and it'll be fine because we've made sure that like they haven't mixed up the lines again. We've made sure they haven't like thought it was someone else's house, but we're fucking with them. We
I'm
haven't
guessing this doesn't.
done anything
go well.
like that. And so we then get a phone call the next day. Again, from him, frantic. He was not pleased.
That's a good sign.
He could sense the madness that was enveloping me.
Yeah.
Saying, so we put in a thing for someone to turn up at your house, but NBN Co cancelled it. And he went, and so I'm working out why and how to deal with that, but I'm letting you know now that this is what's going.
That's nice of
And I'm
him, I'll
like,
give that.
thank you for telling me. Let me know if I can do anything to speed the
I think you're going to
process.
say, thank you for telling me. Fuck.
Because I'm fucking getting ready,
The
man.
thing I love about this so far
Yeah.
is that they have a special name for this person.
Yeah.
Whereas most companies I'd expect to provide this level of service just with a normal customer service representative. Telstra look at it and go, a normal level of service. Let's make that
What
a
do you
special
mean?
role.
Yeah, that's a special role.
Yeah.
But so we ended up having to re-go through again on Thursday, sending off like council documents, bank documents, everything to say that yes, we exist. Yes, this house exists. No, it wasn't anything before. It was an empty fucking field. Yes, the shit's there. Just fucking turn up and put the shit in.
Oh my God.
Getting NBN to do anything competently is not an easy task.
And that was Thursday. And then like we didn't really get an answer on Friday, and so now we're here at the weekend.
Woo.
I don't get it.
Oh, no, I understand it.
But I don't understand what happens internally at NBN to go,
No.
oh, they must have done this wrong. Or I assume they've done this wrong.
Yeah.
I'm going to just cancel
I'm
it.
going to assume they've done this wrong 4 fucking
Yeah.
They're like,
times.
no, it's attached. That house doesn't exist.
It is a provable fact that every time they screw up somebody's order, someone at NBN climaxes.
Yeah.
So
Man, that office is full of
I was
jizz.
going to
Yeah,
say
yeah.
that is a cave system.
It's like they say,
It's got
you give a
stalactites
rat an
all over
orgasm
the
button,
place.
it's going to press it till it dies.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
That's what's happening at NBN.
yeah. So that's my current.
Can I ask,
Scenario.
does your neighbour have NBN?
Yeah.
That is so dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd
they're
imagine
very
if
dumb.
the street was having issues or something, they just go, oh, that,
No, it's just that Nick's house doesn't exist.
Well, no, that's the thing. They mixed up my line. They mixed up my line with some guys 2 streets over. So every time they fuck with my shit,
They stuff
they
theirs up?
give them fucking like breakouts and shit. Like they, and it's like you're not even just fucking me.
it's not even that much to ask. Just send a tech.
Well, that was
Physically look at it. Take a photo.
that's been my consistent thing. Is just it's like it's in my head. Just like if any of you motherfuckers actually ever get here,
and they're out in this area
You
because
can-
it's brand new subdivision.
you can
You see them floating around.
from the street what the problem is.
We've all seen that there is no box on the outside, that there is that
You can-
cable hanging out your
you
wall.
can stand there and stare at where the cable is and where the conduit is.
Dude, I have
It's-
seen NBN box installations in houses where the NBN box is in the hallway and there is like a power cord that doesn't reach anything. They don't give a fuck. They
I
do not
just-
care.
They don't exactly pay their contractors very well.
No.
They don't exactly pay attention. Like they're pretty slow on the uptake.
Yeah, so I just that's where I'm at.
You
the
still got
moment.
the 4G going.
We do again
Has it
because
improved?
initially when they fucked around, they actually just cancelled that.
Stopped it, that's right.
And then, but now we've got it back. You know how we got it back? They sent us another modem.
Oh my gosh.
I've got 2 modems for no reason.
Nick, you know what this means?
What?
8G.
I'll just duct tape the fuckers together.
I feel bad because I've been lamenting during the week how shit my internet connection is.
Oh man.
Because I've been talking to neighbour that works for Telstra. I'm like, 5G here yet? 5G here yet? Because 5G, they guarantee on certain plans certain speeds,
Yeah.
one of which is 100 megabits.
Yeah.
So I just want to kind of hook up, see what the latency is like, and I'm going to move to that instead of my 50 down. But,
Yeah.
you know,
with you, yeah.
at least I have 50 down.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
you know,
not gonna lie. It's,
yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Can I just point out too, though, that if we put my point-to-point wireless network in when I
We're not
suggested
putting
it,
the point of point.
when I suggested you would have been enjoying internet for months now.
Enjoying.
But yeah, like we've been trying to deal with this since fucking March.
Yeah.
March.
Yep.
Honestly, I think the thing that's made this worse and makes me angrier is the very example of how this week went. And it was that, yeah, we've done it. We've done everything we possibly can.
you.
The guys that we specifically have to deal with have fucked it with no notice.
Yep.
That is my biggest thing. It's
And
like,
no reason either. Just
Yeah,
not
they
not
just
having
cancelled it.
if those motherfuckers called me and said, well, we're looking at cancelling it because, I would say, well, motherfucker. And I would make sure that they fucking didn't. But they don't. They just go, we've decided and I get to sit here with my fist in my ass and no fucking internet. So,
Have you tried fisting yourself on and off again?
Why are
that's what
you
it makes that
fisting
noise,
yourself?
that fucking...
Because he's meant to be sitting there with his thumb in his ass, but it's progressed so
It's-
far.
yeah.
He's
Done it
done
4 times, so
It's
yeah.
gotten to the point where I'm nearly getting to the elbow.
Oh, man. Honestly, I would have gone to the ombudsman a long
I
time
already
ago.
did, and you know what they
Oh,
did?
okay.
They said you have to send them your council documents, and I said we fucking did, and they went, oh.
Ah.
The TIO.
So it's. I'm not gonna lie. If we don't get something dealt with this week, it's gonna be me nagging them again.
Yep. And I'd also be looking for all kinds of free shit from Telstra, like
well, the thing
refunds
is,
on the excess data.
Oh yeah, no, they've like we're not paying for shit
Yeah.
until this is done.
Yeah.
But like.
Yeah,
That's the
because they're
thing
like,
that-
oh, I can't believe he's not paying us for this 50 megabytes he's managed to download.
That's the thing though that's fucking with me is that like I'm sitting there and I'm like, even changing like telco isn't
not gonna help,
fix
'cause it's
this
NBN
NBN.
because it's the motherfuckers at the core of the problem.
You know, I wouldn't say it would help, but I had issues here very similar. New house,
yeah.
new development. Oh, your house doesn't exist. We changed the address. That made things worse. We were with Optus in our old house. They kind of similar, but not as bad, obviously. But just couldn't help us. Just insisted that the house didn't exist on either address. They wanted the title number.
Yeah.
The title wasn't in our name for some reason, according to them, but the council assured us that it was. And we went to a local ISP instead. And being local and not just reading off a script when you call them for support and stuff, they listened. They knew exactly what needed to be done. And and to be honest, in the way that they perhaps approach NBN with more understanding of your issue.
Yeah.
Whereas Telstra should probably just log a job with NBN.
See, this is the thing that's fucking with me too, though, is that having been someone that's worked for them before at one of their call centers, I know that when you finish a call, you're supposed to log notes of exactly what you did during that call, and they are right there.
Yeah.
Fucking right there. Like they are like the layout of your screen that you get in front of you is their details at the top, some tabs with their services, some previous charges. Then you got one side down there with anything like information-wise for anything that you've selected there. But then on the right is the big fucking notes tab. Yeah, and what should have been in our fucking notes tab is these are the problems.
But what you're assuming is that Telstra are hiring people who can read and write.
And talk.
So, I mean...
I do think... So, yeah, I do. I'm not saying, again, that it's going to be the magic bullet, but if it gets too much longer...
Oh, it's... Yeah,
piss off Telstra.
Like I said, if it's not dealt with like this week...
Yeah. Shout out to Mint Telecom. They're based in Salamanca. Seriously, they took an ongoing issue that was weeks in the making.
Yeah, right.
Optus were blaming NBN. NBN were blaming Optus.
Yeah.
Mint knew, because they'd listened to us, what info to take to NBN.
Yeah.
NBN fixed it within days. Just came out and, gave us shitty fibre to the node.
What luck.
But
Yeah.
other than that, I've been using my phone to just tether, and I've been playing a lot of Sea Thieves.
Yes.
Nice.
But you know what came up for today? Sea Thieves.
A massive
Which
update.
you might be interested in or not.
I saw.
Dead Man something?
It's basically a Pirates of the Caribbean crossover.
Yeah.
Where you just have Johnny Depp being Jack Sparrow in it.
Oh, he's actually... Oh, dear.
Because like
just
there's...
Officially endorsed or...
I think
it's
so.
Disney. It's
Well,
Disney.
it has
Yeah.
to be. Otherwise, Disney would sue their asses off. But yeah, it's
not
got...
Sack Jarrow or something.
No. Sack Jarrow.
I'm surprised he didn't get cancelled. Because, Johnny Depp's a woman beater now.
Yeah, but that's also because that was bullshit.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't matter, though.
But I'm of two minds about this whole thing, right? Because we haven't gone and done much of what are called the tall tales, like the story arcs
Yeah.
that you can do. We haven't gone and done a lot of them.
I've personally done none, but yeah.
And like I've done some, they're enjoyable. I like the lore for the game. It's got this weird quality to it where it's like, oh, this is fun and adventurous and all that kind of stuff. So there is actually a whole heap of like lore, and there's actually like some novellas written and short stories and stuff that are really, really good and actually add to the world. And I think, I think there's a couple books, and the tall tales that they've added to it, they've gotten through about like stuff that works along with the first book. So there's still a lot more like fiction to go that works really well with that Sea of Thieves world. But instead of doing that, they've gone, hey, what about Disney?
It's a cash in
Get
on
them
this.
Disney dollars.
Yeah, and so it's like a little bit of like a weird, and as hipster as it sounds to me to say, it's like a weird bit of a sellouty like move.
It was an obvious one to make,
Oh,
though.
it is,
Like,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
kind
it
of
is.
too obvious.
But-
I mean, I was sort of...
It's just really weirdly on the nose for me. It looks like it adds a bunch of cool stuff. Like it's got like Davy Jones and a bunch of characters and all this other stuff.
Davy
But
Jones
it's like
is not Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, but it's
That's
that
just
one.
A thing
It's-
that exists.
most of the
It's the-
millennials will think it is.
yeah.
What is, like, I don't know. I just don't get, like, what the appeal of Pirates of the Caribbean still is. Like,
I don't know, man, to be honest.
Because
It's still the forefront. I guess it's the go-to pirate.
it was an okay
Popular
movie
media.
and a not as good sequel, and then continually not good anymore.
Yeah. See,
But,
yeah.
like, they even had it in, like, Kingdom Hearts 3. Like, they just keep shoving Pirates of the
Pirates of the
Caribbean.
Caribbean.
in.
Master
Yeah,
and Commander
yeah.
or something. You just have other sort of,
Speaking of millennials,
Yeah.
or Hornblower.
no.
Speaking of millennials misappropriating certain things, it reminds me that when I worked with a guy who was 21, 22, a few years ago, he was a trainee at work. And I don't know how it came up, but he insisted that The Who stole the theme song for CSI.
What? Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yes.
It's like
What the
Status
fuck?
Quo took that Coles ad.
Yeah,
Damn them.
that's really unfortunate. But no, so there's like some, lobster crab dude villains from the movie that you'll end up with as well.
Damn.
And
Whichever ones they were, I don't.
I know I'm a crusty
just-
old man, but I don't necessarily want that in Sea of
well, I
Thieves.
think
don't know.
my thing is that I look at this thing and I'm like, okay, you look like you're adding a bunch of stuff. It looks interesting enough, and like I can see the crab dudes being, a variation from the skeletons over and over again. But it's also that other thing where it's like, well, this is obviously going to be added in like a tall tale thing where you do a story mission, but it's also like, I unless I've got like a crew of 4 or someone that's specifically keen to do it, I don't really do them. So it's okay, you now going to add content that I'm only going to see if I do that, or
tell you
is it
what,
going to
though.
be everywhere?
You put Jack Sparrow in front of me, I snore. But if you get Guybrush Threepwood at my doorstep,
I was about to go into that because I sat there today and I was like, well, I got 4G access. I'll leave something downloading while I'm gone from the house for the day so I can play it when I get home. And I looked at Monkey Island and I was like, oh, fuck, Monkey Island. Wouldn't that be a much better crossover?
yeah. You know who owns it?
Disney! And it would be. It would legitimately be a way better
Oh,
crossover.
no, Pirates of Penzance. Come on.
Sid Meier's Pirates is still one of my
Yeah.
favorite.
That's
Yeah, but
still
you
a
don't,
great
have,
one.
you don't really have characters from that game.
No.
Like,
You
you
just
just
have-
Sid Meier guy.
That reminds me, we did
This
talk
wife is
to.
better. She's got bigger boobs.
Yes, so yeah, no,
That's
wait a
basically
minute.
the characterization
This
of
wife
it.
has a shorter dress.
We did talk to. Was it Josh Bush Cheeseness? He worked on Monkey Island in one of our
on
dev
the line
spotlights.
export of it.
Yeah.
But no, but that was even just like the feel of the game. To me, Curse of Monkey Island would have been way better, especially with ghost pirates.
Yeah.
You fight the fucking undead pirate
The ghost pirate
LeChuck.
LeChuck. Like, come on.
And it's just,
Still should be a
I don't
musical.
think I've ever
More Pirates
played
of
any of
Penzance.
those.
I would
Lucas,
Orphan?
games.
I would
they're
play
great.
the Pirates of Penzance crossover.
So you love them, don't you? Like the Monkey Island
they're
stuff?
great.
Yeah.
because they're awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
I
on
love those
Steam,
kind
I
of
think.
games.
yeah. The new versions of them are. Yeah,
I'll have to try them because I think I bought them.
they're really good.
I think it's because you really liked them.
Like, no, Monkey Island was my introduction to adventure games, and like they were.
Nice.
It was just like an entirely different way of looking at playing video games at the time, and
LucasArts did some good
Great.
stuff, didn't they,
Yeah.
back in the day?
Sam and Max hit the road, baby. David Tentacle. Oh, yeah.
I still remember,
Full
like
throttle.
Yes.
in Monkey Island, that guy with the badge that says "Ask me about Loom."
oh, what about the one that had the badge where it's like asking about Grim Fandango?
Grim Fandango,
Nice.
yeah,
Skeleton.
there's a skeleton sitting
Nice.
there, yeah.
Nice.
No, it was, it's just a really good set of games, and it just would have been way better to go that route. And
Now they get EA to make them.
I'm just weird about, especially because, like you said, there was a good movie, and then they just sequentially got worse.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a huge money grab.
Yeah,
And then
But
they
I-
kicked out Johnny Depp altogether.
I think so. I don't think he's in it now. But he is in this thing, so I
Because
think
he's forever young in a video game.
Well, let's be fair. There is like at least some guy that can do his voice. in
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I'm not sure about the him involvement or anything, but yeah. So I'm keen for there to be more content in Sea of Thieves because there's consistent updates to Sea of Thieves. There's a lot of stuff in there now, and I'm really happy with that.
Yeah.
But I just feel weird about the cash grab crossover.
There's still no way in Sea of Thieves to, like, if we have 6 players,
No, we can't.
we can't ally in a sloop
And,
you know,
unless we can all get in the same server, then we can just ally.
and find each other. Yeah,
like we can just ally. Then that works.
I think
can't
that's
force
still
it.
something that could be addressed.
well, it's we actually my adventure last night turned into a bit of that was because there was a fort. There's a particular fort that goes up now that you basically instead of just doing like a fort and fighting waves of skeletons and the big boss at the end and then
Yeah.
opening the vault, you basically have like a massive boss rush.
Right.
Of like big doom skeletons and stuff, and you go through them. And the crew I was with last night, we actually allied with another galleon to go and do it.
Yeah.
But then as soon as we beat it, and we were like talking while we were doing it, like, where the fuck are the other crew? Like, are we just doing this and they're just waiting? Like, what's going on? They turn up now and then and blah, blah. But then as soon as we finished it, they went and grabbed a gunpowder barrel and blew us up and started
Oh,
the,
that's dirty.
just started like the never ending, for fuck's sake, of us going and blowing the shit out of them and then blowing the shit out of us.
They were not
And-
friendly New Zealanders then.
It was just this weird fucking thing of just like, hey, can you guys just not be shit? Like, I fucking hate people as it is.
Were you talking to them, or were you just running along with them?
No, we were just like, we just happened to be in the same area, and then we threw up the alliance thing. And but yeah, you can still hurt the other people in your alliance. And if
yeah.
Oh,
if
gee,
you
that'd be bad if I did
if
that.
you join an alliance, right, and you work together, you do a bunch of stuff, and they get treasure, and then they sell the treasure while you're in the alliance, you get
Yeah, your
your
cut.
cut. Unless they leave the alliance with all the treasure,
Which they did.
which they did,
Yeah, that's
because they're
unlikely.
pieces of fucking shit. And
Well, they are pirates after all.
it's
There's no honor among thieves.
it's just
No honor among thieves.
and
It's an interesting line that some people cross or have different tolerances for in that game.
yeah.
Where do you know, a lot of people go, it's a pirate game. Of course I was going to betray you. And that I've always subscribed to that. It's a pirate game. There's always a potential for
I was about
betrayal.
to say, it's a how
There
big
is
a
always
prick
the-
are you?
But
Yeah,
honestly,
like-
going
You
as
just-
far as finishing a fort
Yeah.
under an alliance
Yeah.
and then
And then doing it. Yeah.
That's.
It's a piece of shit move.
Yeah, it really.
Like,
is.
let's be real.
It's not like just rocking up and blowing you up when you.
Yeah,
come.
no, that's a
Yeah,
bit different
yeah.
because there's no precedent before that. It's like, oh, there's another ship. Oh, they're cunts.
Like, because, I mean, it's one thing for you to, break my body and destroy my boat, but it's another thing to betray my trust.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
So not give
don't-
me my share
yeah.
of the treasure.
That's the big one too. Yeah.
You can do what you want to my boat, but you leave my feelings
So
out of it.
I wouldn't have given any kind of fucks if they just left the alliance on and fucked off and sold everything.
Sure.
Wouldn't give a shit if they blew me up, anything, whatever.
Yeah.
so they did break the alliance.
Yeah, they just jumped out of the alliance, and it's like, you motherfuckers.
And they had everything on their boat, I'm guessing, already.
Well, they blew us up before anything got to the boats. Like, that was literally
that
the
was the
first
time
thing they
was
did. They
perfect
grabbed the
then.
mega keg because there's a bigger barrel, which sucks harder. One dude ran off, and I was looking at him, and I was like, I don't trust you. Should I shoot you? I'm thinking like,
You
do I
hesitated.
fucking- I hesitated like an idiot. I should have just fucking ended him there and said, just get shit and run. But yeah.
Drop the alliance.
Yeah, just fuck it. Fuck the guy.
Never trust anybody ever
Yeah,
again.
never trusting anybody ever again. But no, I'm actually I like how their season pass things works, the plunder pass, because I just through playing it, I think and just sticking around. I haven't even really done anything specific, but I think I'm like 80 something with 2 weeks to go.
Yeah.
To get to the 100, and I mean, if I get to 100, just so I can get everything, I'm gonna buy the like $15 thing. 'cause
We were discussing this in the car, and I didn't know this, and I asked if Destiny, because remember we bought the
Yeah.
and then that was the end of the game for us because we burnt out.
Well, because we did like, we did
2
the
weeks
fir-
left or something to get to level 100.
We did the first one, and we just powered through, and then we got to the second one, and I went, I'm not going to buy this pass. I don't think I can do it.
Yeah.
And you went, I'm going to buy the pass. Then we never played it again.
we never
Yeah.
played it.
But I didn't realize you could not buy the pass, get to level 100 on like the free track,
Yeah, and then
then buy the pass
Yeah.
and just get.
Oh, you didn't realize?
I didn't realize that, so
Oh no.
I probably wouldn't have crammed and just played so much of it
Yeah.
Yeah.
because I bought the pass first and wanted my money's worth.
Yeah.
So that I had to,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, see, no, that's why like I did the same with the Red Dead one as well. The
Yeah.
Outlaw Pass. If I get to 100 on that, I'll buy the pass.
Yeah.
Because then I can just have the levels and have the stuff.
I had like a thing with the Red Dead one where if I knew I was going to be playing the game enough, which was basically going like I'm doing daily, so that's generally like yes, I will be playing it enough. I will drop the money just because that will actually increase the amount of XP you get towards the pass. Not that like the pass is hard to get, like it's really quite minimal to finish the Red Dead one, particularly if you're doing trader stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you're doing
You get
trader
so
stuff,
much XP
yeah.
doing trader stuff. It's not trader, sorry, collector.
Oh, yeah.
You find like a card and it's like, this is worth more than anything I've done on my other rolls. It's nutty.
But
But,
no,
yeah.
I do need to play some more Red Dead, to be fair. But no, I've just been on a real big Sea of Thieves
Yeah, fair
kick
enough.
this week.
Yeah.
That and Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Because I actually went and on my personal game, finished it,
Yeah.
Nice.
and yeah, have been kicking around. I've already done like another playthrough and a half. because I've just been having fun with it.
Yeah,
so.
cool.
Go and watch the streams if you haven't. They're still up on
They're
Twitch.
still up on Twitch.
Probably not. I think one of them would have fallen off Twitch by now. I got to upload them to.
I was going to say,
I
you
keep
can upload
forgetting
them
that I need to upload them to
Uspooch,
YouTube.
Yeah.
I download them instantly and then forget all about it.
Get that up. Get our archive strong.
Send me
James.
a message.
Yeah.
on a day, and I'll do it.
Yeah.
And I have been playing a boatload of Guilty Gear. So that came out the other day.
That came out the other day.
And that's a lot of fun. Like I'm finding that it's got like big damage. So it's very similar to a Street Fighter in terms of the rhythm of the game, I'd say. A lot of smaller hits. If you do combo in, generally it's like small single digit combos.
Yeah,
I have seen people pull off ridiculous shit, but at the same time it's
someone's going to find some way to do something stupid.
A match goes by so quickly that if I get my ass kicked, I don't have time to have my spirit broken. In a lot of other games, like say Dragon Ball Fighters, you pop in, you've got 3 different characters. They pop in, they do this crazy combo. You're kind of bouncing around in the sky for 24 hours, and you're just I just want it to end.
Are you playing this online?
Yeah. And whereas Guilty Gear, I hop in and it's a really quick fight, and I either win or I lose. And I'm like, if I win, I'm like, nice. Let's see if I can do it again. If I lose, I'm like, okay, let's see if I can counter that because I've seen what he's doing and if I can
try and
figure it out. Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Does that have the rematch option? Is that
so if you're playing it on the ranked stuff, you basically go into a lobby and you match up with somebody and it goes okay, fight, and then it basically goes best of 3 rounds. And so I don't know if it will actually let you. I think it will let you do 3 rounds regardless.
Yeah.
And then once you hit the finish of that 3rd round, it goes all right, game's over, good job. And then you kind of go back out to the thing, and you can either stay in the lobby accepting other challenges, or you can move on to find somebody else. It's really good. I'm trying to find now I'm kind of getting back into my old ways and going where's my old fight stick? And I pulled that out, and one of the buttons is munted. So I'm like, okay, let's see if I can do it on keyboard. Because, I don't know, execution of specials is really easy on keyboard, but stringing combos is much more hard for me. So it's a little bit of potato. What do I like here? Am I getting my ass kicked this way or that way?
Can you do both like your Resident Evil combo with a controller and a keyboard?
I don't think so.
Hot swap between as you go.
I don't think you can. I think it'll just go okay, this is
what you're using.
Yeah. But no, I'm having a lot of fun with it. Really, and it's got such a good soundtrack.
Yeah.
That people joke that the game is it's this really great soundtrack with a bonus game tacked onto it. And it's kind of true because even though the fighting game is incredible, holy shit, the music's
amazing.
Is it a
fantastic.
remake or a sequel or something? I've never heard of it.
It's a sequel. So Guilty Gear has been popping off since the early 2000s, I think.
Right, okay.
Maybe even earlier than that.
Who makes it?
They're called Arxis.
Okay.
But yeah, they basically just do fighting games.
Yeah.
And
Amazing
they do they did Persona 4 Arena, they did BlazBlue, they did BlazBlue Cross Tekken. No, not Cross Tekken, just Cross Tag Battle. Guilty Gear and a couple of other games. They did the Fist of the North Star fighter that was incredibly broken.
Yeah.
But yeah,
had to be true to the source. So
I don't remember the source having a guy just smacking the dude and he's hitting the ground and bouncing up.
I mean,
like a basketball.
Close enough.
But yeah, it was the Guilty Gear is a lot of fun. If you're interested in a fighter game, I definitely recommend it. Even if you're just starting out, you go, it'll give you a trial fight, and then it'll place you in a battle tower to where you begin.
I don't have the reflexes for those games.
But you can. I mean, my initial fights, it was literally just I didn't know how to do any specials.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to do any heavy combos or anything like that. All I knew was if I press forward and I press this button, he does a really long attack.
Yeah.
And I can, if I press the other button, I can do that and then hit him with another attack. And it just came down to me going, all right, he's going to hit me, so I'll block, and then I'll hit him with a long attack.
You make it sound easy.
It
I
was-
look at it and go, He's gonna. Oh no, he's already. Like my 6-year-old beats me at Brawlhalla.
I tell you
Handily.
what, though, it was really interesting. I had like one fight the other day where it was someone was playing Soul and I was a Soul player, but he was just like mashing out the specials.
Yeah.
More so than I've ever seen anyone do it so far, and it was just like hectic. It was like
Do you build up for specials? Do you need
it's all
certain resource?
It's all inputs,
Right,
So
okay,
like
yeah.
quarter circle forward, quarter circle back, like
Yeah.
kick and stuff like that. But he was just jumping all over the place, going like, if I throw out enough special attacks, I'll definitely win at some point. Like something's got to tag, but like it was, I don't know, it was fun, but
I button mash.
I've never, but like. It's like a specialized kind of button mashing.
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
Just going like, just do the special.
It's like
Just
when I used to
bring it
play
out, bring it out.
Tekken with Brody and stuff.
Yeah.
I would figure out some cool moves, and if they were effective, just repeat.
Spam.
Repeat.
Yeah. Remember
repeat.
that Yoshimitsu twist flip
I
that he would
love
do?
Yoshimitsu.
That was so much damage. You just run like whoop, whoop, whoop.
I love that guy. That and we played Tobal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tobal
Tobal
number
was
one.
so good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was really
I
good.
don't think we ever got Tobal 2.
No, we didn't.
No,
Shame.
Yeah.
I didn't play a fighting game after that. There was a Street Fighter that Callum and I went through randomly one night and just finished the story.
Yeah.
And then Injustice came along and reignited my love.
Mhm.
That was it.
That was
I
the
never
end.
loved again.
I have a, yeah.
Was Injustice 2 the one where the Ninja Turtles were in it?
Don't know.
Yes.
I never finished 2. I finished 1 very
Yeah.
quickly.
Well, there was one that
2
had
was really
Ninja
good as
Turtles
well.
in it.
Yeah, I need to. I've got
Yeah.
2. I've even got to download it. I just need to get to it.
Yeah, 2 was good. 2 was really good.
I want a comfy chair for over there so I can play games like that on the TV with a controller.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just
That makes
wheel
sense.
your other chair around.
Yeah.
What do you mean move 5 feet?
But for a change of pace, I know for a fact that Dave has been driving in the snow.
Well, yeah, mostly in the mud, but it's called Snow Runner.
I know this
Enjoying it a lot.
because I have to track you down to the ends of the digital earth
True.
for a League of Legends game.
I can't believe you're disturbing Dave's peaceful life by making him play League of Legends.
It was the last place I looked for him. I literally called his mobile, messaged him, spammed you on
Funny
Messenger.
thing is, it's literally in front of me, but I've got it upside down on my desk because I just haven't looked and it's on silent.
Because
Yeah.
you knew, in your heart of hearts, you
Yeah.
knew like, I just want to have a peaceful truck driving life.
He's not on Steam at that
This is
particular
healthier
moment.
for me if
Yeah,
I ignore it.
way
Yeah.
better for
Sam
my-
and I were just about to play a game, and I'm like, well, wait, one more thing to check. Because no one on Windows 10 really realizes that you've signed into,
Yeah,
it
you're-
signs you into the Xbox companion.
Oh, yeah.
We've had many times where I've told you to get off League of Legends, and you're like, "How do you know I'm on League of Legends?"
That and Discord, I didn't realize very early on would tell people what
Yeah.
you play.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, because I've basically it's Game Pass, so I
Yeah.
paid my $1 for my 3 months.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So I'm enjoying
Mm-hmm.
SnowRunner. Because I played a bit of Mud Runner, which I got free on the Epic Store.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I'd seen some streamings playing SnowRunner. It's like, oh, they've released a sequel and it's better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed tootling around in trucks, dropping off stuff.
No wheel yet?
I haven't
Is it
bothered
wheel
playing with the
compatible?
wheel. It is. I haven't actually hooked it up yet. I should.
Yeah.
But I've just been enjoying driving around, getting stuck,
Yeah.
and going, no, I'm not going to repair or like recover back to my garage. I'm going to get another one of my vehicles, go and get it unstuck.
Oh, you can do that. You can
Yeah,
tow yourself
that's
out.
cool.
Yeah.
That's
and
cool.
Because like when you fall over, if you haven't upgraded your winch, it runs off your engine, but you've stalled, so you're stuck.
So, yeah.
So you have to drive another vehicle up.
This is
and
my
then
life
hitch it
now.
up. It's good fun.
In a hole.
I'm loving it. It's so much fun. It's quite relaxing.
yeah.
That's fair.
Just
yeah.
tootling around in trucks and
I do watch a lot of
Crossing
people
things.
playing like Truck Simulator and stuff.
yeah,
and
that's
go,
I haven't got into that, but that's
yeah,
really popular.
there's some hardcore Americans like
Yeah.
Texans who have really awesome streaming kits for
Oh,
that. Like they've
Ironically,
modified
they're playing
the
them in their trucks as well.
yeah,
probably.
yeah, or they've
jeez.
modified their wheels to be massive
Giant.
truck wheels and
Remember, it was all about farming simulator a few years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah,
That
It's
was
so
big.
interesting that there's just like
Job
just-
simulator,
yeah,
essentially.
simulators of different types of mundane
Jobs.
actions.
Yeah.
And they go, oh, I'd love to play that.
I think it's hilarious that a lot of truck drivers play truck simulator.
It's all about
I
taking
don't come
your
home
work
and play fixed. Well, no, it's a
You
PC
can-
building
there is PC
simulator.
builder, and
Yeah.
yeah, there's IT simulators. There's Factorio and factory simulators. There's,
I would rather play something like Postal and pretend to be shooting the people that ask me for IT help.
Well, it's good you get it out on the screen.
Yeah.
I actually, when we were playing Resident Evil, there's a point of it where it's so eerily like what I do every day.
That's
at
what you
work.
saying on
Oh,
stream.
yeah. The
And,
smells
and
it, yeah.
I was so mad when it came up
That's
because
not
I
how
was,
you forward your
Yeah,
mold.
well,
or
that
whatever.
was it. It was like one of those things where I'm like, A, you've done it wrong. B, fuck you for getting me to do that out of time. Like, yeah. So no, I get that. But no, I
Is it co-op, Dave?
You can play co-op. Yeah, so you can all do it together. And
Ah.
like tow
we can all
other
tow each
problems.
other around. Yeah.
Get it out
So
of
it's all
each other.
about just
See?
delivering stuff?
Yeah, pretty much.
See, I see. That's the thing too.
It's,
Like,
quite
Dave's,
it's relaxing. You don't have. I don't play games at pace.
Yeah.
League of Legends is the closest I get to pace.
see, that's I can understand that because I my relaxed games are golf games.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And that's like
I used to do a bit
my
of that back in the day.
like chill like game and like so I can fully understand why you'd be like I need to drive in the snow.
My chill game used to be, and I was going to bring this up because when you get your internet, you should download Madden
Oh yeah,
because I find that strangely relaxing.
I love Madden.
I don't really get all
all
that.
those
You're also
It's all those ad
actually
breaks.
legitimately a lot better than me at it.
It helps that I'm winning.
Frustrating, yeah.
I don't think I have a chill game.
Yeah.
I don't think I got anything that I just want to chill out and
Yeah.
play this game. Like,
I cracked out
Oh,
Donkey Kong on emulator thinking to be chill.
No.
No.
That doesn't sound.
wasn't.
I think
Actually,
that's a
you know
choice.
what?
Mistake.
I think that the last game that I found pretty chill was probably Ghost of Tsushima.
Sashimi.
Tsushima.
Are you kidding me?
Ghost of Tsushima.
I played that and refunded it because I couldn't get past the first boss.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, no. Sekiro.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
no.
that's
If you're talking about
different.
Sekiro,
Yeah,
Sorry.
no, definitely
Yeah.
not
Okay.
Sekiro.
Right.
Yeah,
No,
no,
yeah.
that's not a
Okay.
Ghost of
relaxed
Tsushima
game.
is on PlayStation 4. but
Yeah,
it's like,
sorry, wrong
Assassin's
game.
Creed
I was like,
Very wrong
I'm like,
game.
are you serious?
Yeah.
That's not relaxing.
Dark Souls is my relaxing game. Because there's the combat's there and it's fun, but there's a lot of just like kind of riding around and
Yeah.
everything is beautiful.
Well, that is where I can draw the parallels, especially because they came out about the same time. Was Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Yeah.
And while Assassin's Creed Valhalla was much more buggy, obviously, but yeah, I actually felt like that was a fairly relaxing time.
Yeah.
Playing that and like, oh, I'll take my horse
Yeah.
and I'll go over there. And I'll and
Yeah,
everything
I-
just looks nice.
Yeah, I think like those types of free roam games, particularly like a game where I would almost count Red Dead, but Red Dead is like it's everything is so grounded that
Yeah.
I would say that like
you can't really lose yourself in that.
I
flight
can't
of
just
fancy.
feel like I'm always having fun. You
Yeah,
know, like
yeah.
the Ghost of Tsushima, you're running around. If you see some guys in the distance, you just tell them that their mother is fat, and there's like a little cut scene happens, and they come up to you, and if you press the buttons at just the right time, you don't even fight them. You just you just dash through like cutting them all down,
Right.
And they're just like, and you're like, I'm such a cool fucking samurai, and it's like it's this really cool like just this power fantasy mixed
Yeah.
with like this wanderlust with just I don't know this really really cool aesthetic and everything about it hits a great note. And I would say that's probably the last game that I would really just like play and just be all like very, very low stress. You know?
See, actually, that reminds me though too. One of the things that I had to do with the last golf game that I was playing is PG-21.
Yeah.
Which is PG-20K for whatever the fuck it is.
There's a lot of them. There was a lot of them back in the day.
Yeah, but whatever it is, I actually turned off the commentators
Oh yeah.
because they're fucking stupid.
I
Well, they're
thought
not
you were
stupid,
gonna
but
say
they're
they're
fucking
mean.
brutal. They're mean as
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah.
Oh, he's
Even the old
British.
ones, they were
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, and so it's just kind of got that thing of like, I'm really chill, but then they're like,
When you think
"Oof."
about it, the players aren't listening to the commentators.
No, exactly.
When they
like,
play,
I'm just
so-
out for a round of golf.
Because if they were, they'd probably beat someone to death.
and I'm playing when I play those golf games, I'm playing by myself. I'm not
Yeah,
putting an
yeah.
AI in to play against because I don't. I'm just playing against myself.
Do you reckon
Yeah.
that's just got to be developers, right? Who are going like, we're making a golf game. How can we make it fun for ourselves? Let's find all the ways we can insult people.
Yeah, let's just get these guys to television safe brutalize the
Because
players.
I cannot think of like you just have to have an interest. Like, could you imagine?
games.
Could you imagine being a guy going like, I'm going to make a video game about golf? Like, how boring would that be?
I tell you what, my most played mobile game is a golf game.
That's okay, but
had
making
one
the
for a
game,
long time.
like making the game, is what it'd just be so nothing.
You get to go out to go to
You just have
beautiful
to-
golf courses.
I was going to
guess.
say, you get to go to golf courses, I guess, get the measurements. I don't know.
I guess.
Yeah.
It just doesn't sound like a.
But
fun
you don't
time.
enjoy golf in general.
Yeah,
so-
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You'd have
Yeah.
to be an enthusiast, right? Because
Yeah, you'd have to be an
If you were just like
enthusiast,
a company that's contracted out to make a golf game, how much would you want to end your life? Like, it'd just be so mind-numbing.
I've never played like American football in my life.
Yeah.
But favorite sport in the world.
I will admit that I usually surprise people when I'm like, no, that one. That's the sport I give a shit about. Is
Golf.
for NFL.
Oh.
Because that's like the only kind of team sport that I even vaguely can sit there and just go, I will watch an entire game of this.
Oh, okay.
And-
Cricket and football, actual football, like soccer for me is.
Yeah, like
But I'm not super invested.
don't get me wrong. I actually actively like cricket, but I will do everything else while it's on.
Oh, yeah.
I just have
That's what it's
such
for.
a hard time existing near it.
I listen to it on the radio and play games.
Yeah.
It's great.
I'd say my favorite sport is FGC.
That's fair. I
League
get
of
that.
Legends is the other sport I watch quite a lot of.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, honestly, I'm much the same. Team sport, I'll watch NFL.
yeah.
Literally go out of my way to watch it. I
I'll
really
sit
enjoy
there,
it.
I'll watch it.
A lot of
the
people
whole game.
don't see what people like. They don't like it. They don't
Yeah.
see what's good
They
about
don't
it.
see the weird chess portion of it. That they
But
don't
yeah,
understand.
there is actually so much strategy in that game.
Yeah.
But that said, AFL makes it look like child's play when it comes to brutality.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
On TikTok lately, for some reason, it's been recommending me or showing me videos of Americans react to AFL.
Oh, yeah.
Or watch rugby
Well, we don't
union
wear
or
armour.
league.
No, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
watch league or union and just watch them poleaxe
yeah,
each
just
other.
Yeah.
Like,
That guy died. We just saw a guy die on football.
there's another major concussion.
Well, didn't a guy die
They're finally realising
a
that.
year or two ago from
Oh, a year or two
cricket?
ago.
Copped it in the head from
yeah.
the ball.
Jeez.
Yeah,
it's a-
Hughes got hit just
That's
behind
right, yeah.
Oof,
when
that's a
Yeah.
where the helmet
Brutal.
didn't protect. They've now changed the
Yeah,
protection.
they've changed the
Bad way
helmets
to go.
over there.
I'll watch 2020.
No, that's boring. Ironically, I find it boring.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
I'd much rather watch a test match for 5 days when nothing happens.
you fucking guys.
Again, while doing other things as
While
well.
doing other things as well. Yeah.
But there's something about going to the cricket, having a couple of
man.
beers,
There-
and
there's-
just sitting
yeah,
there and enjoying it.
I will
with a
admit, if
friend.
I'm
Good
there,
times.
I can exist, especially if I'm there with people.
It's the atmosphere that gets me.
Yeah.
I might not even like the game that much, but
Yeah.
And I went like I haven't been for a long, long time. I went when I was like probably like young teenager. Just so bored.
to cricket or
Yeah.
I really enjoy it. But that's, you know.
AFL
Try
put
watching. Yeah, we went to a footy game as well, and I was just kind of like, I could see this better on TV.
Actually, that was my problem as a kid. I got taken to a couple like
Yeah.
AFL games and stuff, and I legitimately had that thing where I was just sitting there and I'm like, I can't see shit. man.
Where? What?
I've only been to one AFL game, again, early teens maybe.
Yeah.
And my I wasn't really interested. But my uncle, who was like diehard
Yeah.
Carlton fan,
Yeah.
Oh,
he was the
gonna
most entertaining thing of that entire game. I
Remember-
It's
only
only
re-
spectators. that
Remember when we went to that basketball game?
yes, your mother writes books,
Your mother writes books. I hope you're.
legs snap off and go up your ass.
Yeah. This one guy, he was just so aggressive. Like he was
A spectator. Yeah.
He was the thing that we were like, look at this shit.
That was
He was-
Honestly, if it was an age of social media and stuff, I would have filmed him.
Cameras on, man.
Like,
Yeah.
it'd be-
Oh, dude, he was like banging on like the front box and he broke it. And he's like sitting there going, oh, like, he didn't know what to do.
it's like the twist his dick guy. The guy that was there at like an MMA thing, and like it's from the point of view of the guy in front.
Yeah.
And he's just there going, twist his dick! Give it a twist!
Have you heard, speaking of Eddie Alvarez's wife,
No.
go back and watch the the Connor fight. That's a fairly short one, like
Yeah,
1.5
right.
rounds. Listen for the screaming banshee, dying animal thing. Like, she's being very supportive.
Yeah,
But
okay.
my goodness, especially a McGregor spectacle where it's full stadium.
Yeah, yeah.
So
can hear
loud,
her
but you
over
can
everything else.
clearly identify her screaming. Like,
He's got a set of lungs.
yeah,
geez.
oh, it's unreal. She'd have to have better cardio than him. It's just like
I think I'll just go and
crazy.
play a
you know what?
relaxing game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say I might go hit a golf
Why
ball
no,
around
Nick? You
for-
got me into MMA, and then
Yeah.
you seemingly left it.
I didn't really leave it. I just
I'd watch,
kind of...
I'd watch MMA as well.
It just kind of got harder to follow, and I started hating the people in it.
It turned into a soap opera. Like,
Yeah, like I
It's
just...
turning into professional wrestling, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I actively started
rankings
really,
don't matter anymore.
really disliking most of the people that they were pushing. And to be honest, that's one of the reasons why, as much as I enjoy them, I didn't buy any more of the games after one. One
Yeah.
was really fun, and I actually really like the gameplay they put into a lot of these MMA games. And they're really good. But then it's like, I look at this person on the box art and I'm sitting there like, they're a piece of shit. Why do I care?
Yeah.
And it's just kind of one of those things where like, and you said about McGregor, like he was a real, he's a real easy
hungry
example
up and
for
comer
me.
though, like
Because
early
like
on.
he existed and it was fine. And then it was just like, okay, he's going to say these 3 things over and over
Yeah,
again.
he's an asshole now.
I'm going to listen to his voice constantly. I'm going to want him to fuck off.
Yeah.
And so that was what, and like, so the lead up to the fights wasn't even like, oh, look at these.
It's not even entertaining anymore.
Yeah, like highlight things, and this is who he's fighting, and this is that, and no, it's just, you'll do nothing over and over again, and it's like
Someone needs to take a photo of that because we need a video.
I just don't care. Like it just made me go. The entire card is built around this being the fight at the end of it.
It's
and
the
I
McGregor show.
Yeah.
don't give a fuck.
Yeah. And he's actually turned into a human piece of garbage.
Yeah. So
So,
Yeah. That's fair.
I just don't.
no, I agree.
Your
And
hatred is valid.
Yeah.
speaking of hatred and hatred in combat sports,
Yeah.
Mayweather and one
that
of the
was dumb
Logan.
as
Do we
shit.
even need to talk about that?
That was the worst thing I've ever seen. But Mayweather is a genius. He knows he will never lose. He touts how old he is and how he's slowing down, full well knowing that he could be having a stroke on the left side of his body and still win with the right. And he walks away with $130 million for running around the ring that he literally, by his own admission, said, every now and then I'll come out and commit legal grand larceny.
Yeah.
Larceny?
Well, probably arsony too.
No, that's fires.
Arsony sounds like something slightly different.
Yeah.
Fires.
But honestly, like,
No, it sounds like something that was illegal not that long ago.
it's just, it's a farce. Like, it's just,
Arsony is not legal. Like, what?
Arsony sounds more to do with arses than arson.
But it's fire.
Or arson. Arsony is not a thing that exists.
Arsony is, yeah. But no, I think my thing with that is because I knew nothing about that fight at all because I didn't care because it was one of those fucking Logan stooges that literally just make money because people pay attention to them.
because they've seen how McGregor's loud mouth gets him in the door.
So it means that I don't give a fuck.
And they
yet
try
again.
it, and
but
it
then,
works.
then the thing is, though, is that like when you realise that there's a video floating around of Mayweather accidentally knocking him out, but then holding him up.
Yes.
And it's like,
There was obviously an agreement to let it go the distance.
Yeah.
And Mayweather just on autopilot.
Yeah,
Or
must have
the
just-
fact that he's a 50-0 champion.
Well, you watch the thing and you see that he did a shift. He basically
Instinctively
shifted
just
from
hooked.
a shot and just hooked up a shot
Yeah.
and literally was just so close that he went boom and you saw
Logan or whatever.
whatever his fucking name is, like you saw everything disappear.
Literally on his shoulder, like the whole resting on him.
But like
And
then
Mayweather's like,
then
"No,
Mayweather's
get
gone
out.
like, no, we're clinching and go, "Huh," and you saw like the arm and it's just like, oh, for
But
fuck's
his
sake.
face was heading down to the ground.
Yeah,
like
but-
it was so obvious.
It was really obvious, and I was just like, okay, I knew nothing about the fight except for the fact that I fucking can't be bothered with it. And then the first thing I've seen of this fight is something dumb as shit.
And did you see that he
So-
wore like a $250,000 Charizard
I didn't see
necklace?
a fucking thing.
You know what I was
didn't
most
look at
upset
it.
about? I saw it on a proper news site. That's what I was most upset about. I was
really?
like, I don't.
See, I
should
saw
know this
it on
exists. The
Reddit.
only reason I knew is because you guys.
Yeah, I watched it
talked
on
about
Reddit, and the whole Reddit thread is like, "You idiots bought this." Like, what? You idiots!
I guess we're talking about it, so they're winning.
Well, that's
Yeah,
it.
I
That's
just
the
said I don't
problem.
want to talk
No,
about it.
let's move
I
on.
only know it because
Wii boxing, that's good.
because
boxing.
Charizard, he for some reason put Charizard in a necklace. It was like the $250
because he has this whole
graded
thing where he's like,
S1,
oh, this
A1,
is
whatever.
this is attached to me doing something, therefore it's worth more money now. Give me a couple $1 million.
We like Pepsi.
Yeah, Pepsi. You should.
Pepsi will be our next
Yeah,
sponsor.
you should hang out with us, Pepsi.
I
if you
even
give
drank
us-
your terrible
If
mango
you give
one.
us $1 million,
Beautiful
I
mango
promise-
one.
Beautiful mango one, sorry.
I promise that if someone knocks me out, I'll just drop.
But you'll drop onto a canvas, plastered in Pepsi logo.
You're gonna say
It
you're
was
gonna
like
drop
in
onto
the-
a refreshing can of
it's-
Pepsi.
Drop on a
It was
refreshing
the
can of
Italian
Pepsi.
Job, the remake of the Italian Job, where they have to cover the hole they've made in the road and they drop it, and it's a Pepsi.
That's
a Pepsi
right.
Blue.
Yeah. Oh man, see, I still like for some reason that made me think of do you guys see that movie Demolition Man?
Yeah.
Oh, not for a long time.
No.
Okay, so there's a movie
that
Demolition Man.
Stallone
Yeah,
or-
it's Stallone
yeah.
and Sandra Bullock set in the future, and they're going out for dinner, right? Now, in the original version, they're going out for dinner, and in the American version of this movie,
okay.
they went blah blah blah. We're going to Taco Bell,
Right.
and he was like, "Why are we dressed up if we're going to Taco Bell?" And it was a whole thing about how like there was an economic crisis at one point, but the only restaurant that survived any of
that's
that
right.
was Taco Bell.
That's right.
Right.
So
So,
now it's high
now
class.
every restaurant is Taco Bell because they just bought everything. Everything is just under their franchise.
Yeah.
That is it. But in every version outside of America, it got badly dubbed over. So he still looked like he said, and everyone is saying the word Taco Bell, but the audio that you hear is them saying Pizza Hut.
That
And
doesn't fit
I
at all.
still don't know why. It's been like 20 fucking years since that movie came out.
Yes.
Taco Bell was only like
And I
in
just,
America.
damn it, no,
We would have
come
got
on.
we would have got the European release, and we have Pizza Hut.
No, but that's the thing. I know that as a kid, I saw the Taco Bell version,
Yeah.
and then the only reason I
Yeah.
know this is because years later, I picked it up and went, I want to watch that again, and they said Pizza Hut, and I was
Weird.
like, why is that? Wasn't it Taco Bell? I remember this movie real well, and I went and looked up why, because I thought maybe it was just like a later on they changed
Yeah.
it, but no, they're dicks.
Wow.
Wow, how weird! It's almost like when they take an R-rated movie and then they like make it M by like censoring out the swear words.
Or some of the swear words.
And it gets better.
Or like
Gosh darn it.
cheese and rice.
I remember
Yeah.
24, slightly different, but I went back and watched it because I bought it all on iTunes. But I love 24.
the torture
Yeah,
scenes
yeah.
are quite tasteful.
Yeah, and they there was a lot of attention on Muslim extremists and how most of the Muslim community is peaceful and all that kind of thing. And that they even had Kiefer Sutherland come out before the show and do a community service announcement to that effect.
Hey guys, I'm gonna hurt a lot of Muslims, but just want to let you know that they're actually not bad.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well,
enjoy.
they went as far as re-releasing it, and in all the re-releases, dubbed over or edited out completely any scene where they referenced that the terrorists were Muslim.
Oh, okay.
So what do they
And
call
so-
them instead?
and
Like
then
mean-
What
they
did they
went
say?
because
they're mean terrorists.
at the time, when the show was getting criticised for one, its torture scenes,
yeah.
and two, its portrayal of Muslims as all terrorists kind of thing.
Yes.
I remember specifically the show creators for the next season made the terrorists or the antagonists homegrown American
yeah.
kind of thing, and then it was Russians and stuff like that. But yeah, it was just interesting. So like 4 or 5 out of 8 seasons.
I wonder who you fight in the 24 game on PlayStation 2.
I don't know. Maybe we should
Probably
find that
terrorists.
out one day.
Oh yeah, terrorists.
But yeah, they it was just interesting. It was badly done.
Yeah.
I think it was unnecessary. But then again, I don't speak for that community, so
Yeah.
you know.
Maybe-
This is interesting that even re-releases of old shows are
Yeah.
Just look
Getting
at video
wrecked.
game protagonists. It's interesting to see who
Yeah.
we choose over the years, who's the enemy.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, that
Yeah.
shit
Wasn't
is-
there a
again.
Battlefield or a COD wannabe where you played as the Nazis?
Don't know.
Pretty sure it was a few
know.
years ago now,
Yeah.
and it actually got released.
I mean, there was probably a German campaign in like a
Call of Duty,
Call of
maybe.
Duty or Medal of
Yeah.
Honor or something like. Probably would have been a Medal of Honor.
Probably
Yeah.
a Medal of Honor.
This was a whole game based around a reluctant, albeit reluctant,
Yeah.
Okay.
conscript.
I'm sure there was. I
Yeah.
don't know
Because
off
that
the top
doesn't
of my
make
head.
you a Nazi. It just means you were
You were in the
conscripted to
German,
war- the German.
during the time.
Yeah, but people still
Yeah.
hated on it.
Join
It got
us.
I can
banned
understand that.
everywhere, and
I can understand.
but there's
why,
two sides
but
to
it-
history. You know,
Oh,
you can't.
I understand.
If
the
it's trying to tell a
idea.
story,
Yeah.
as long as it's not glorifying war crimes. and
yeah,
being like,
exactly.
Yeah,
But you know, from what I know of it, I'd have to look it up. But it was you were very reluctant conscript. You know, you're not out there enjoying.
we will stab your eyes.
Yeah, that's right.
When, to be fair, there's a lot of reluctant conscripts on both sides.
Yeah,
Yes,
on everything.
yes, there is.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think that's where like it's one of those things where it's just like the idea is a bit skewed, but I can see the idea between having that idea and wanting to tell a story with that idea. It just all depends on.
There's not enough games, come to think of it, where you play as the bad guy. The
there's,
very obvious.
Super Warrior Land.
Dungeon Keeper?
Yeah, but no, you know what? I think maybe after we've Because next week, I think, is going to be
Evil
our
Genius.
last day of playing Resident Evil Village because
Yeah.
we will finish that next week. And we'll have that stream on Friday night. I feel like maybe we need to sit down and see if Josh can survive the PS2 version of 24.
I will.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I already love it.
You do?
It's never come out of the case.
Well,
Haven't
I
looked
mean-
at any footage.
I mean, you're going to be able to literally pull on the boots of your
Jack
buddy.
Bauer.
Yeah. So,
I love the. Did you see the Boondocks parody of 24?
no.
Oh man, I gotta send it to you. It's incredible. We'll watch it right after this. Like I can't do it
Sure,
justice.
Sure.
You'll like it.
Okay. Everyone at home, feel free to look that up
Yeah.
so you know.
We'll wrap up there then.
Yeah, I think that's about it for us. Thank you everybody for tuning in to this podcast.
Let us know how much you spend on Warhammer.
If it's more than us, then sorry.
Definitely let us know, though. Definitely let us know.
All right. Well,
Hopefully it's more than us. Make us feel better.
thanks for listening. And until next time, I've been Jamie.
I've been Nick.
I've been Josh.
And I'm still Dave.
All right, let's pull up that video.
I'll do it on the main computer.